Alright, we're here. We're here. I should have the game good to go, though. So yeah, you should be able to hear it. I had this set up earlier, so I'm gonna full screen it and make sure that you guys are able to see it. Otherwise, I'd spend this time setting it up for nothing. Which, no, on my luck, that could also kind of be the case right here. Yeah, okay, I got it. I just saw it on my phone. So, alright, there we go. What is up, guys? Welcome to Nekopara Volume 1, Number 1. So, last week on Monday, so I think what I'm going to do at this point is I have a math class on Mondays from like 7 to 8 something. So Mondays are probably going to be my streaming day. I'm probably going to be doing that. I'm going to try to figure out like the best time to do that. Maybe stream a little early, see how that goes. But I mean, in my head, I'm thinking that maybe like streams are better late at night. Who knows? But last week I played Volume 0. And the whole goal of that was to get introduced to all the characters and for me to pick out my favorites. And as of now, I don't know if the cursor can be seen or not, so I guess I can't do that anymore. But the purple-haired Neko was my second pick. Cinnamon, I believe, is her name. Coconut, who's the main coon with the blonde hair with the heterochromia eyes, is like my all-time favorites. So those are my two that I picked as my favorites. I don't know how long this game is going to be because Volume 0 was short. It was like a precursor to get you introduced to the characters. It's setting everything up. I have no idea how long this game is, but I'm going to shoot for maybe an hour and 30 minutes or maybe 2, just depending on like what my mood is. And then after that, if we still haven't finished it, we can like just pick this up next week on Monday, because I think Mondays are just gonna be my streaming days at this point. So yeah, with that being said, guys, let's do this. I'll see you, dipshit. Hey, don't you have a Monday stream to be doing? Thank you very much. I'm heading out now. I like that they've added like more sounds to this game anyways. Yeah. I removed viewers from seeing the cursor. Yeah, true. Oh shit, I guess I'm voice acting now. Okay. Phew. This should be most of the boxes then. I believe this is the protagonist. I wiped the sweat off my forehead with my... Oh, it's his arm, so something like that. So let's try this again. Take 2. I wiped the sweat off my forehead with my arm. As the moving truck disappeared from view, although it was early April and only the beginning of spring, today's weather was quite nice. It was even a bit hot. Well, it's a good day for a new start. I turned my head to look at the empty bakery, which didn't even have any signeg? What? What is that word? Oh, signage. Oh! I am the biggest baka in the world. Wow, this is a great start already, guys. Wow, this should be amazing. Doesn't have a signage yet. Jesus Christ. The brand new exterior wall had a western look with a predominantly white and brown motif. There was also a large window which let lots of sunlight in. Oh, thanks for joining the stream, by the way, Mar. And finally, there were the words that displayed the name of the bakery. I'm not gonna even try. I'm not gonna even try that one. Oh yeah, true. You only need to talk when we're both on. That's for true. Monday's pretty much got their commentary going. They're fine. To quote the quote Jericho Drinker, "Nah, he'll be fine." Instead of the proper French article le, it was la. So meaning the sun. So the sun. Okay, sweet. That just made me instantly remember the song by Bad Omens, Blood. I am the sun, rain, the ocean. That's my fucking shit right there. This was a nod towards the name of the shop of someone I admired. Now that I'm on my own, I'll have to do my best. Well, just do Beth. Wonder how many people are gonna get that. I softly murmured to myself. From here on out, no one would tell me what to do, damn it. I was gonna start completely anew, despite the stature of my family's name and everything that had happened up until now. I alone would decide my path and take responsibility for what I do. I'm out here fighting, cutting a wrestling promo. In exchange for that freedom, I can't blame anyone else for what happens. Still, although I was a bit worried, the thought of what lay ahead made me break into a smile. Alright. In any case, I'd better get all these things cleaned up. I took a deep breath, and I got my spirit back up. I stepped into the new smelling bakery. Oh, exquisite. I'll figure it out. What's with this big box? What's in the box? Let's see how many of you got that reference. How many movie watchers we have in here. In front of me was a large box I didn't recognize. In fact, there were two of them. Fragile, delicate, absolutely this side up. If thrown, your company will be in trouble. What kind of veiled threat is that? The warnings were going overboard. They were getting annoying. Even if these are baking supplies, I don't remember buying anything quite like this. First off, there were boxes that looked like they came from my house. If these were for the bakery, there's no way I wouldn't remember buying them. There were no tags from the movie company either. All there were those warning labels. I was gonna say annoying, but you know, same diff. Well, I'll know for sure once I open the... Hold up. I don't remember ordering a person. Oh my god, this reminds me of that, like, episode of iCarly. Look, if you guys get annoyed with me getting sidetracked, I'm sorry, but that's just how I get sometimes. I remember this episode of iCarly when they were doing this whole, like, paintball challenge where when someone got hit with a paintball, they were eliminated, and they used these, like, metallic things instead of, like, a gun, and they just, like, just did that with the paintball. And it was down to Spencer, who is a lot like me, and Sam. And Spencer got this huge packet from the mail dude, and he was like, open it up. So he opens it up, and he's like, wait a minute, there's no girl in there. He's like, or he asked the mailman, he was like, yeah, is there a girl in there? He's like, no. Why'd you order one? And yeah, Sam eliminated him by the mailman hitting him with a big lollipop, and she hit him with a paintball. So, yep, there we go. That's the story. That wasted y'all's time. 90% of the stream's sidetracking. Yeah, that's actually for true right there. Huh? it's just a cat, huh? Just a troublesome cat. Jeez. Alright, so it looks like I'm gonna be like voice acting the narrator and like the other stuff that doesn't have voice lines. Sweet. Like that would fool me. What are you doing, Chocolate? We just saw each other at home yesterday, you know. Mean? In what way? Okay, I follow so far. Right. I think it's because of the labels and the fact that like there's human-sized people in the boxes. Well, compared to the rest of my things, you are heavy. She ignored what I said. Thankfully. Chocolate puffed out her cheeks. You could say that she was always happy-go-lucky. Or rather, she preoccupied herself with only what was in front of her. Well, I guess that was how you described Chocolate. While I was getting ready to move, I did wonder why I didn't see you. Any guesses on who that is? I'll give you 3 guesses. Hey. Did you guess it? Who got it right? Alright, yeah, so that I don't need to read. True, those moving vans are like really dusty. I will never for the life of me like figure out why that's always the case. Why is Vanilla here too? That kind of makes sense. Right. Yeah, like I've noticed that my cat will like always be in a box. I have no idea why. That's probably something I should look up, but it always fascinates me that cats like being in like really tight spaces. Again, huh? In any case, Chocolate, Vanilla, get out of there. I was at my wit's end with the large boxes that had suddenly shown up. Anyhow, Chocolate and Vanilla got out of their boxes. Why is no one picking up the phone? Just what is Shigeru doing? I hung up after trying to call my little sister, who's blood related. There was no way that Chocolate and Vanilla could have gotten mixed in with the rest of the boxes in the first place. On the outside, cat girls look almost like humans. They can understand words and can talk just like us. But more than humans, cat girls were closer to normal cats. After all, cat girls had ears and tails just like cats. Alright, this is basic shit. Tell me something I don't know. They were genetically modified humanoid cats that were commonly referred to as cat girls. Okay, so wait, was this like something that Elon Musk did? I wouldn't put it past him at this point. These days, cat girls fit into society as pets and families or partners to humans. Partners, eh? That's for true. My little sister really loves to dote on cat girls. So our family has 6, including Chocolate and Vanilla. 6! Let's see, hold on. I don't remember all. You know, I'll take your word for it. 6. I thought it was like 5 or something like that. In any case, they couldn't have mailed themselves all on their own. Mailing living things through the post would be impossible, for one thing. There's no way my parents would have helped with this either. Thus, I could only guess that this was somehow Shigeru's doing. I see, so Shigeru was an accomplice then. Alright, so I wonder, can I... Oh, man, they don't have the petting mechanic anymore. No! What do you mean, master's abilities? What is that supposed to mean? Don't get out of control and hurt yourselves. Without any ill intentions, the 2 cat girls were off and running. Well, the baker did have living quarters on the 2nd floor, so I wasn't worried about them causing a ruckus around here. Of course, they aren't young cat girls anymore either. Jeez, I got something stuck in my throat. So I shouldn't have to worry about them getting out of control too much. Well, besides that, I looked up an address in my phone's address book. Wait, address book? What? Who uses that anymore? When did this game come out? I need questions answered. Menaduki residence. I probably fucked that up. I'm sorry. All these names, man, they get to me. Look, I couldn't even get past signage in the first part. You really think I'm gonna get these names right? Get out of here. Well, I already left Shigeru a message, so she should call me back later. Without pressing the call button, I put my cell phone back in my pocket. Front or back pocket, though? That's the question, because some people, well, mostly chicks, will put their phone in their back pockets, but I mostly put my phone in, like, my front left pocket, so... I had moved out without saying anything, so for her to call me back within the day seemed a bit stupid. Yeah, baka. Well, it wasn't really an issue I needed to bring up right this moment. I should hear from Shigeru soon anyhow. Well, alright, that's a really close up, holy shit. There we go, thanks. Personal space, please. Gets a passing score. That's for true. My bet, on the other hand, nah, decent, I'd say. Good work, you two. Gosh, both of you have major bedhead. Sheesh. So, they took away the petting mechanic, but they're describing it. How cruel is this? I want to pet them myself with my mouse and everything. God, I hope they add that in the new game. Because that was like my favorite part of Volume 0. Because I believe Volume 0 came out after these games, which helps fill in the gaps, I guess. I don't know. I tidied up their hair with a comb. I'd probably need a comb at this point too. I have one downstairs, I just don't bother to grab it until I like go to work or whatever, or after I shower. Their soft hair felt nice as always. I lightly bonked them both in the head while they had their eyes closed. Now then, why were the two of you hiding among my moving boxes?
てってくれないって言うから仕方なく。ショコラが行くって言うからノリで。
You had no choice. Just tagged along, you two. Well, I figured that had to be the reason, but... Anyhow, I recomposed myself and looked at the two of them again. Listen up, okay? How many times have I told you to? This isn't a vacation or a picnic. A picnic? I moved out because I have no intention of going back there. If you were at home, you wouldn't have anything to worry about. Shiguri and the other cat girls are there too. It'd be better if you two just... Well then.
違うんです。これはお腹が反抗期なだけなんです。違うんです。
Sucks being rebellious.
朝早かったせいで朝ごはん食べ損なったから仕方ない。それにショコラはお腹の音も可愛い。
While listening to those silly excuses, I glanced at the clock and saw that it was already past 1 o'clock. Well, yeah, that's for true, because it's 9:55 for me, baby! Now that I thought about it, I haven't eaten anything since this morning either. Well, why don't we have lunch first then? Works every time. We're in your tent. I love how Chocolate just acts so childlike. And Vanilla is like the more mature Kudere type. Where she speaks more formally. And Chocolate is just like, you know, childlike, informal, all that stuff. It's very fascinating difference, I guess. I can't think of the other word I was looking for. These two were as easygoing as always. Oh shit, this is just like the anime. Eh. Alright, hold on. Let me say first. Alright, so I'm still in chapter 1. Okay, sweet. I wonder how many chapters there are. Oh, hold on. There is... How many slots? 80. So just like last time. Okay, sweet. Dang, that's a bummer. Shh. Oh, I thought she was going for something else. No one anime, like, that could have gone a completely different direction. You'll bother those around us, so try not to get too carried away, you two. Since the refrigerator was... Okay. Reading? No! God, I suck at reading out loud. Since the refrigerator was empty, we headed to the nearby shopping district to buy groceries. God. Oh, I swear, people that are like gonna watch me play visual novels, they're like, Jesus Christ, this dude can't read out loud. This is gonna suck. And you're not wrong, actually. It's a struggle for me to get through, but, you know, it's about the friends that we make along the journey and the adventures and all that stuff. And don't worry, after I play Nekopara, I'll be playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodline, the first one, because the second one doesn't come out until 2021. God damn it! All these games I want to play, man. All these games, like Cyberpunk and Vampire the Masquerade Bloodline 2, are coming out until next year. God, 2020 fucking sucks. I hate this year. Oh, anyways, Now that I got that out of my system, from brand name clothing stores to supermarkets, there was an array of stores. My question though is, does it have Hot Topic? Because if it has Hot Topic, then that mall is okay in my books. Also, if it has like FYE, yeah, FYE, that's also like a plus right there. Because I know a lot of malls don't have that place. That's like a really obscure kind of store. There was even a drugstore with daily necessities amongst them. Alright, well, time to get makeup. If you come here, we have just about everything. That was how the real estate agent had recommended this place to me. Wait, don't you two go shopping with Shiguri often?
しぐれちゃんとご主人様じゃ全然違うんです。
That's actually for true right there.
ご主人はほんとご主人たる自覚がなくて困る。ショコラが不憫。
Hey, first of all, Shiguri's your master.
しぐれちゃんもご主人様だけど、しぐれちゃんはしぐれちゃんなんです。
Okay, whatever that means.
だからご主人様はご主人様なんです。
I guess because he found them first. I guess that's what she's saying. I don't know.
全然違うでしょ。ね、
I guess.
別になってないけど。
Eh,
ついは
I don't understand your mistake.
ショコラ。
That's for true. Clap, clap, clap. Never mind that. Anyhow, keep it down inside the store, okay? I'll party from the two of them. I decided to hurry on ahead.
ご主人様、シャンプーはこれがいいってしぐれちゃんが言ってましたよ。これ、毛並みがサラサラになるし、すごく甘くていい匂いがする。
What brand is it though? Because if it's is it L'Oreal? Is that the one I use? I don't know. There's this really fancy one that like is just everywhere that I like use. I had like okay, well, sidetrack number 2. My hair routine. So what I do is I do 2 coats of whatever brand I use shampoo, and I use the same brand of conditioner. I usually do that. I do it once, but I feel like I still haven't gotten it good enough. Then I do it like another coat. And that's pretty much how I do my hair. I'll sometimes comb it, sometimes I won't. When I'm work, I'll tie it up either in a bun or I'll do like a top knot where the side's down and I've got like a knot on the top of my head. Just kind of self-explanatory top knot. Duh. Yeah, but like I need, at this point, I need to like see if there's like a haircut place nearby, because as much as I like having long hair, I much prefer it to like get it medium long, because this is usually like the longest I'll have that is acceptable for me, and then after, if it just goes further down, I'm like, nope, I gotta get this taken care of. And at this point, I kind of need to get it taken care of because it's getting harder to manage a little bit. I don't know. That's just me though. So if I go back to a hair place, I'm getting my hair re-dyed black because it's going back to dark brown because the dye is starting to fade. And I'm probably gonna get a manicure where I get like black gel fingernail polish, which stays on longer. So yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do at some point. But that's stuff for you two to use. I don't need it, so put it down and come over here.
ご主人様、
Yeah. Yikes.
ひどいぶった切りようです。よしよし、ショコラ泣かないの。
Yeah.
今ひどい人だね。
Yeah, come on, dude. Don't just say that and then toss that in the basket all nonchalantly.
ガードが硬い。
I had to be on guard or they would sneak something in when I wasn't paying attention. I feel like me and my sister did that all the time as kids. Like, we would just like try to sneak stuff in the basket. And then, like, sometimes, like, our mom and dad, like, just wouldn't care. They'd be like, alright, whatever, we'll just, like, buy it. But if it was, like, something ridiculous, they'd be like, no, put this back. So, they even tried to grab another basket for themselves at the supermarket earlier. It was apparent to me how dreadful an idea it was when they decided to come along. I mean, you got carried away. I understand. Alright, so I did actually read up on that a little bit in preparation for the anime and me playing this game. That cat girls are really honest most of the time. Especially when you're in something called a catpanionship, and I don't know when they're gonna cover that. Because that is a very interesting concept right there. Okay. We're just getting crazy, huh? It has nothing to do with being honest. I'm telling you, don't just put the shampoo in the basket like that. Put it back. Repent. Repent for your sins. Oh no! No! Just buy the shampoo! Not cat girl abuse! Oh no, this is not a good look. Oh boy. Don't put on some act to confuse the customers around us. Seriously. We only just moved here. But suddenly we already had disapproving glares directed at us. Oh, that's tough. That's tough right there. Wow. What is this, Mr. Krabs? Sheesh. I'm not a cheapskate. Besides, I nearly got reported. After that, it was the same sort of exchange at the supermarket. The whole thing was so awkward that I didn't think I can visit this shopping district for a while. Well, I guess you could say that was the cute side of cat girls. It definitely does. What does that smell? I turned towards the source of it. Oh, we got a food stand, cat. Sweet. This is what I'm talking about, baby. Aw, man, this game's got everything. Takoyaki, what is that? What is that? The coordinate gauge. What the fuck is that? What is a Pokemon? Takoyaki. I was about to click on something else. What is this? Takoyaki or octopus balls? Oh. Okay, that's gonna be a big yikes from. That's a big no from me, dog. Like I said, I'm not a seafood guy. Like I said, the extent of my seafood stuff is fish sticks, hush puppies. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all I got. Bonito flakes. That's a pretty cute cat girl too, to say the least, if you know what I'm saying. This is still it's cinnamon and coconut. Two best cat girls, baby.
本当だ。小さい子猫ちゃん
Yeah, see, even Vanilla agrees. Vanilla's gonna pounce on that cat girl. She's like, I'm just doing my job. Ah! I can see it now. It was a cat girl younger than Chocolate and Vanilla. She waved her tiny hands as she politely drew customers in. In human terms, she looked like she was about 12 or 13 years old. Oh, I guess she's gonna be on Netflix's Cuties. References according to the times. That's not gonna expire. It's gonna remain forever. What are you talking about? Of course everyone's gonna get that reference. In cat years, she was about 6 months old. The young cat girl noticed this and ran over.
猫のお姉ちゃんだ。私と一緒だね。にゃんにゃん。一緒だね。にゃんにゃん。喉ゴロゴロしてあげちゃう。ゴロゴロ。子猫は無邪気で超可愛い。半端ない。私はなでなでしてあげちゃう。なでなで。
Bro, she's trying to work. Why are you bothering her?
すみません、うちの猫。
I'm sorry that my cat girl is troubling you. Oh, here comes the food stand order. Or owner. She sounds like a girl. Might be a mature looking one if I get all these anime what tropes down.
あの猫ちゃんたちの飼い主さん。
The owner of the food stand greeted us. Yes, I am. Well, to be more exact, my little sister is our
す
owner.
ごく可愛くてお利口な猫ちゃんたちだね。愛想もいいし、言葉もしっかりしてるし。
True.
うちのはまだ7ヶ月なんだけどね。もうちょっとしたらあんな風にちゃんとしてくれるのかな。
Maybe, we'll see. The food stand owner had a wry smile on her face like she was talking about a mischievous child of hers. At a glance, it was understandable that seeing a young cat girl made it easy to overlook these things. Mine were recently stray, so I don't actually know how old they are. The veterinarian said that they were twins and were now about 9 months old. My little sister is actually quite the education freak. Back then, they were really noisy, but it was all worth it.
しぐれちゃんがちゃんとお勉強教えてくれたんです。いい子になれるようにって。しぐれ厳しい。でもおかげさまでいろいろと覚えた。
そうなんだ。いいご主人様なのね。
あ、でもご主人様はご主人様なんです。
Oh, here we go. Chocolate gonna do that
しぐ
again.
れちゃんはしぐれちゃんですから。
Yup.
ご主人様。通訳すると、しぐれは大事な友達。ご主人って呼ぶのは、こっちのご主人だけってことで。
愛されてるんだね、ご主人様は。
I mean, I guess you could say that. Well, I am grateful. She lightly nudged me with her elbow. I responded with an embarrassed forced smile. Hearing this kind of stuff in public sure was embarrassing.
ちょっと上向いてごらん。上？こう？つきあり。ゴロゴロゴロ。ゴロゴロゴロ。
The three of them were getting along very well. The food stand owner looked fondly at them from nearby.
ここももともと野良だったんだよね。
Oh, true.
今日みたいにたこ焼き売ってたらお腹空かせて寄ってきてさ。そのまま拾って今じゃ自分の娘みたいなもんになってさ。店まで手伝ってくれるようになってね。人型猫が流行したこともあったけど、普通の猫の何倍も飼うのが大変だからね。
Huh. You know what? I could maybe kind of see that. Her words seemed tinged with blame and worry. Or tinged. Yeah, I'm gonna go with tinged. She grumbled, letting out a sigh. Not that long ago, it wasn't rare to see stray humanoid cats just wandering throughout town. But now it was more likely for one to see humanoid cats that were well loved by their owners. Since the amount of unfortunate humanoid cats had decreased, there was more of a balance, and owners were quite elated.
責任感のない連中ばっかりで嫌気もさすけど。
True.
でも、そいつらのおかげで可愛い娘に会えたのかなって思うと、なんとも言えないけどね。
It was a bright and honest laugh. I nodded in agreement. That's for true. This must be like how pets find their way back to their owners. I smiled at such an uncharacteristic thought from me.
あ、そうだった。お姉ちゃんたち、たこ焼きはいかがですか？熱々で大きいタコが入ってて、すっごく美味しいですよ。すっごく美味しいたこ焼き。でもこれから帰ってご飯だから。ご主人が作ってくれるから。
Chocolate and vanilla shoulders drooped down heartedly. As they hung their heads, I rubbed them from behind. I took a look at the little takoyaki seller. Okay, 3 orders of takoyaki. Can you do that for me?
たこ焼き3つ？
Her large eyes blinked as she tilted her head in confusion. Yeah, for me, chocolate and vanilla. Could you do that for me?
はい、たこ焼き3つですね。ご主人様、オーダーです。たこ焼き3つ。
This is actually really good OST. It's going to take time to get home and make food after all. Besides, I want to try the takoyaki here too.
そこらも、もうお腹が切なくグーグー泣いてました。すごく嬉しいです。ご主人かっこいい。しぐれがいつもツンデレ実刑はいいの
Ja!
と言ってるだけのこと。
Sundere older brother is a good thing. That's true. Wait, what does that
はい
mean?
はい。じゃあこっちにあるメニュー好きなトッピングと味選んでね。うちの猫が遊んでもらった分サービスさせてもらっちゃうよ。
Oh, for true?
はい、ありがとうございます。ショコラはマヨネーズかかってるのが好きです。
Mayo?
ありがたくいただきます。ペコリ。私は明太子チーズがいい。
My question was completely ignored. Well, I guess I shouldn't let it bother me, huh? I wondered about that as I looked at chocolate and vanilla, happily waiting their takoyaki in front of the food stand.
Nekopara.
Alright, what is it? 10:18 right now? Alright, so hold on. Yes, I want to overwrite the data. Sheesh, we're still in chapter 1. How many chapters are there? Whew, okay. So, alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to continue this until around 11, and then we'll see how far we get after that. After 11, I'll save it. We'll, if there's still some left in the game, I'll continue that next week, and then we'll just go from there. So yeah, let's continue this. I still can't get a hold of her. Were there guests over today? When I checked the clock, it was past 10 o'clock already. Since then, I tried calling Shiguri several times but couldn't get through to her. And just like that, it had already gotten this late. I've never gone this long without hearing from Shiguri. I really don't understand my family schedule at all.
ご主人様、ご主人様。久しぶりに一緒にお風呂入りましょう。
Oh boy!
出してあげますから。
Yeah.
ご主人のエロ
You haven't even grown that much. What are you two talking about?
なんですか
Shh.
ショコラとバニラはもう立派なレディー猫だってしぐれちゃんが言ってましたしその発言がセクハラ
Oh no, I'm getting canceled. Ah, the hashtag. No.
それにショコラは今くらいがアイデンティティ
Vanilla, you're the one changing the subject. In any case, don't worry about the bath. You two need to get ready to go home.
ルスタク
That Vince Russo swerve right there, though.
ショコラの家はご主人様のお家ですけどもショコラの隣が私の居場所だしあとご主人かっこいいなんか妙に男前に見えてきた
Stop feigning ignorance, you two. Cut that out. The two of them looked my way, about to distract me again. Since Shiguri isn't picking you up, I'll take you two home. So go get ready to leave. Chocolate and Vanilla turned away from me and cast their gazes downwards. Oh boy, the music's down. Returning home on the same day I had moved out seemed to be such a stupid idea that I did hesitate a bit. There was no other way. Nor was there time for excuses. I looked towards Chocolate and Vanilla as they hung their heads in silence and continued on. Hold on. Huh, I wonder why it's so low. What in the world? Listen up, you two. I'm going to open my bakery. I've got no one to rely on, so I don't know how things will turn out. With all that's going on, I don't know if I can take care of you two. Get it? I mean, it's already going to be difficult enough just looking after myself. It was a quiet voice I could barely hear. Chocolate said something with her head down. What did you say? I came closer and asked her to repeat herself.
ショコラは絶対に帰りませんそんなこと言うご主人様は嫌いです
Oh, what? Wait. Hey, Chocolate. Okay, I gotta turn this music down.
私もダットのごとくいや脱猫のごとく離脱
True. Alright. Okay, so it was just for that one part. Got you. I'll also make great haste. Or rather, I'll withdraw with the speed of a cat. True! That's for true. Ah, wait, stop! Vanilla, why are you running away too?
ほらほらご主人様こっちですよショコラはこちらにございます
It's dangerous, so stop running around. If you fall, you'll get hurt.
猫にそんな心配はご不要人型でも猫は猫さささ
Dash dash, true. Maybe so in Chocolate's case, but aren't you bad with physical activity? Come on, I've got you now, Chocolate.
ご主人様のエッチどこ触ってるんですかご主人ショコラの胸もろ触ってるもうわしづかみ
No, this isn't what you think. I am not. It's because you two are running around.
好きありです
Hey, stop it. You're still going to run? I've got you, Vanilla.
ちょこちょこちょこちょこちょ
Chocolate, stop really.
ナイスアシストショコラささ
Like I said, stop running. The two of them didn't listen to a word I said as they continued to mess with me. And that was how the first night went. Oh boy, we're only in night 1. Whoosh! For now, I'll let you stay, but only for tonight. I don't have guest beds or futons, okay? While all that was happening, 11 o'clock became midnight. Even if I took them home, everyone was sure to be asleep by now. The one glimmer of hope I had, that Shiguri would call me back, didn't happen. So I decided that taking them home tomorrow was my first
も
priority.
ちろんご主人様のベッドで寝ます私もご 主人のベッドで我慢する。
Cleverly, they had even brought pajamas. Just how much planning went into their schemes anyway? Really, if you two sleep there, where will I?
一緒に寝てくれないんですか？この子に及んで。ご主人は人の男子なのにお行儀が悪い。順番はご主人、ショコラ、私でいい。にゃー、ご主人様とバニラに囲まれて幸せにゃー。
Don't get ahead of yourself, you two. A single bed for 3 people is too crowded.
じゃあ押しかけたのはショコラたちですし、ここでいいですよ。猫らしく丸まって寝ますし。贅沢は言わない私たち、超けなげ。猫の鏡。
They're gonna sneak into the bed. I'll watch the two of them lie down and curl up on the floor of an empty room without even curtains. That's way too pitiful of a sight to be called praiseworthy.
引っ越ししたばかりで段ボールたくさんありますよね。お家作ったらあったかいって聞いたし、なんとかなる気がする。
That's something only strange people would say. Where do these cat girls get this information from anyway? Well, they probably read a lot of books and watched TV in Shigure's room. Chocolate isn't good with kanji characters, so she only reads picture books though. I mean, hey, whatever you gotta do, right? Ah, whatever. You two go sleep in my bed. It still gets pretty cold at night in April after all.
そしたらご主人様はどうするんですか？ショコラの隣？
I'm going to sleep on the sofa in the living room. Sofa can fit one person and there's air conditioning in there if I need
ダメ
it.
ですよ。それならショコラがソファーで寝ますか
She's just
ら。主
relentless.
人様はバニラと一緒にお布団で寝てください。私こそソファーのが落ち着く。ショコラとご主人でベッド使えばいい。
They moved quickly towards me like lions catching their prey. I placed my hand on their heads and spoke in a clear and stern voice. Listen up. I will sleep on the sofa and you two will sleep in my bed. Those are your master's orders. Understood?
ご主人様。ご主人。
I said it like that deliberately. The two of them looked as if they wanted to say something, but they hesitated. They lowered their heads
ご
apologetically.
めんなさい。ご主人様。ごめんなさい。ご主人。
They mustered out. They looked like they were on the verge of tears. Their obedience had the exact opposite of the effect I expected. It filled me with guilt. I felt a prickling sensation on my chest. That pain left me as I sighed and rubbed the two of them on the head. Come on, get going.
はい。
Good night. If anything happens, call for me right away.
はい。おやすみなさい。ご主人様。おやすみ、ご主人。
I gently rubbed the heads of the two dispirited cat girls once more. See you in the morning. With that said, I turned the lights off in the room.
ご主人様。本当にごめんなさい。迷惑をかけてしまって。
Her vanishing voice echoed slightly in the darkened room. The pain in my heart from before became even sharper. I swallowed that pain and replied cheerfully. It's okay if it's just for one night, don't worry about it.
主人様。
Now then, go to sleep. I really shouldn't act on my emotions, huh? I laid down on the sofa. I sighed while staring at the ceiling. If I gave in to my emotions, the result would just lead to more sadness. If I used kind or hopeful words, they would all end up as lies. It's pretty uncool of me to be so passive like this, while I continue to pile on insults and make excuses for my actions. I closed my eyes and waited for sleep to take over.
コパラ。
Alright, I'm guessing this is day
この件に
2.
関してはショコラとバニラの意思を尊重したいと思います。
Okay.
ショコラとバニラがちゃんと納得したら迎えに行きますので。
Was what she told me when I was finally able to get in touch with her. Without any margin of negotiation space, I was struck down. But Shigeru, even if you say that, I don't think chocolate and vanilla
ところ
will.
で兄様、この妹目に今朝の愛のささやきを。
This closet pervert right here. Don't make it sound like it's a daily ritual or something. In any
す
case,
みません。お父様から呼ばれましたので失礼いたします。愛してますわ兄様。ではまた。
oh wait, Shigeru. Seriously? As the ruthless electronic buzz of the drop call echoed, I stared at my cell phone. And here I thought that I could sort all this out if I could just talk to Shigeru.
朝ごはん美味しいですね。ご主人様のご飯はいつでも美味しいですにゃ。ショコラ、ほっぺにケチャップついてる。芸術的に可愛い。舐めてあげちゃう。ピロピロ。
The cat girls in question were happily stuffing themselves with sandwiches. These sandwiches were incidentally contained tomato, cheese, and lettuce. Now, when it comes to sandwiches, I'm more of a PB&J kind of guy if I'm gonna make it myself. However, I will sometimes do ham and cheese with mustard. I don't know if a hamburger counts as a sandwich. I think that's like a separate category. But like stuff I'll order from like, you know, tropical smoothie and stuff like that, I'll get more of like a I forgot what sandwich I usually. It's I think it's the turkey bacon blue sandwich at Tropical Smoothie, which is where it's like it's a turkey sandwich and it's got tomatoes on it that I usually take off. Or no, I'll eat it. It's the Nando's sandwich, like the chicken breast sandwich. I'll take off, but that it's got lettuce on it. It's got, I believe, a ranch. So I think it's a turkey bacon ranch. So it's got like bacon on there. So yeah, okay. So yeah, once again, being sidetracked. You know the deal. With an over easy fried egg tucked inside all that, it was a simple meal. Oh, okay. Huh. It's an interesting sandwich. Breakfast was pretty much like this. You two are definitely going home today, okay? I would, honestly, if it was me, I would have just given up after 2 when I'm like, alright, look. There's nothing we can do about this. Just make sure that you guys just don't wreck the house or anything. Just, I'll just like buy some stuff to like, accompany you and all that stuff. So yeah, I would have given up like after day 1. I don't think I would have even like, that night 1, I would have been like, you know what? Fine, you can lay in my bed. I don't care. I'll figure this out in the morning. If I can't figure anything else, then I'll just see what I can do to accommodate you guys. That'd be me, because I'm so laid back. Stop with the deliberately misleading words. I sighed at their happy-go-lucky mindset. I took the opportunity to fill their empty glasses with milk. The eating habits of cat girls were pretty much the same as those of humans, so that part was straightforward. Of course, what they liked and disliked depended on each individual cat girl. In the end, I wasn't able to get everything put away yesterday. Today, I really do have to start getting ready for the bakery's opening too. That's why I don't have time to relax and play with you two. Be good cat girls and go home. Oh, be good girls and go home, okay. I said that to them with a sandwich in my hand. She put her sandwich down on her plate, and just like yesterday, she looked at me with upturned eyes. Yeah, it's a problem. I answered her clearly.
そうですか。そう
No, not the sad piano music. Ah! Her shoulders drooped more than before. The ears, which sat atop her head, drooped down heartily too.
ほら。
Unable to make fun of anything, Vanilla could only look on with concern. The pain from last night pricked in my heart again. I tilted the already cooled coffee cup as my emotions dulled, unimpeded by my judgment.
それでもショコラはご主人様のところにいたいです。
Her usually always perky ears were drooping. Chocolate was speaking clearly under her own volition.
ショコラがいるなら私もここにいる。私もここにいたいと思う。
Vanilla's usually blank expression did not change. However, she showed me her strong determination. I don't remember Chocolate or Vanilla ever being this disobedient. That thought stayed at the back of my mind. But if I was going to be swayed by that, then I wouldn't have said this. That, understood? Hmm?
ご注文ありがとうございます。ロイヤルウッドです。ご注文いただきましたティーセットの配達にお伺いしました。ではこちらお店の中に運んじゃいますね。こちらの段ボールで全部ですね。では間違いなければ受領書にサインをいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
She smiled brightly and brought out the invoice along with a pen. Okay, let's see. I looked over the sales invoice I received once more. Somehow this doesn't look like what I ordered.
本当ですか？それは品物が違うということでしょうか。
No, the stuff I ordered is in here too, but I looked over at the pile of boxes inside the bakery. Inside my tiny bakery was a mountain of boxes. A mountain! It was as if the inside of the bakery had become completely made of boxes. As you can see, we don't need this much tableware inside the bakery.
すみません。すぐに本社に確認しますので、少々お待ちいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。大変申し訳ございません。こちらのミスで別の注文書と混じってしまっていたようでして。
Oh. Oof.
水無月様の方もすぐにご入りようと思いますので、もしよろしければご注文分の食器を受け取っていただければと思うのですが。
Accept this order. From all this? The amount of cardboard boxes towered over everything. I was at a loss for words. Every box was equal size. I wouldn't know what was inside each of them without opening them up. On top of that, looking at the sales invoice, I could see that they all contained expensive tea sets and tableware. And if I accepted it all, it would be a lot of work to deal with all the new items. There's still things that need doing in advance of my bakery's opening, so I don't mind accepting these. But it's going to take a while to deal with all of
も
this.
ちろん私もお手伝いさせていただきますので、私も次の配達に行かないといけないですし。
Look, you don't need to put all this pressure on me. From the looks of it, it would take 2 hours or more. But to have it re-delivered would take double the effort too. Aww. Shh. That's right, I have a lifeline.
にゃにゃ、にゃんですか？猫ちゃんたち本当に助かりました。ありがとうございます。本当にありがとうございます。では私はこれで失礼させていただきますね。
I'm exhausted. I glanced at the table where we had finished organizing, lowered myself into a chair and relaxed my shoulders.
ご主人様、冷たいお茶です。どうぞ。
Thanks, chocolate. Don't mind if I do. I downed the cold tea in one gulp. Somehow or another, the light meal tableware had arrived. Soon I really had to get the bakery ready for its opening. I did say I needed any help I could find, and I really did need help this time.
褒めて褒めて褒めて褒めて。
I could sense the praise me aura coming from Chocolate. She had a wide smile on her face and was in ready stance to receive my approval. Thanks, I couldn't have done it without you two.
ご主人様に褒めてもらっちゃったよ、バニラ。柱の陰から見守ってた甲斐があったね。よしよし。ショコラ、ご主人様の役に立てましたね。やっぱりご主人様一人じゃお仕事大変だと思うんです。猫の手でも存分に役に立つ。私たちがいなかったらまだ仕分け続行中だと思う。
Here you two are getting a bit too close. They leaned forward towards me for emphasis. It is true that without you two around, this would have been a real problem. But that's a different issue than the one from before. You two have to go back home. Besides, it's not like I could ask you two to work for me or anything, okay?
そうですか。やっぱりダメですか。
Her shoulders drooped along with her ears and tail. The enthusiasm she showed earlier had completely disappeared. She sighed deeply and looked disheartened.
お掃除でもしてきます。せっかくですし。
She trudged up to the second floor, still dejected. Chocolate isn't an idiot. I knew she was pushing herself to be bright and full of energy. But even so, this wasn't something I was going to easily change my mind about. It was all the more with how much she cared for me.
ご主人、私たちがいたらそんなに迷惑？悪い子？
No! I don't think so. She spoke quietly in her usual way, but Nola tilted her head as she asked that question. You two aren't bad cat girls, and that's why I can't have you stay
悪
here.
い子じゃないのにダメなの？
It's because you two are good cat girls that I can't allow it. She blinked as she took in my words. It was almost as if she was trying to peer inside my heart. She stared directly at me long and hard.
人って難しい。猫にはそういうのはわからない。好きならそばにいたい。少なくとも私はそう思うけど。
Makes sense. Vanilla.
チョコラのところ行ってくる。
With those words, she went upstairs. The sound of her small footsteps slowly disappeared, and before long, I couldn't hear them anymore. Humans are hard to understand, huh? Inside the bakery, now devoid of anyone but myself, I repeated those words she had just said to me. Now that I think about it, that's a pretty inconsistent way of thinking, isn't it? Cats do not understand that. Having heard that said out loud, I began to understand what it really meant. It must be pretty nice to live the simple life of a cat girl, huh? I pondered as I looked at the name of the bakery affixed to the window. With a bitter smile, I began to clean up the tea sets that had arrived earlier.
Nekopara!
Let's just say the code broke by itself. That's for true. Alright.
あれ？
Looks like we're still doing pretty good on time.
屋がいない。
Just like yesterday, we took a walk through the park in the evening. However, that food stand was nowhere to be found. It just so happened that no one was home on the day I decided to take the two girls home. It had also happened to leave the house. I had also happened to leave the house key behind. Sheesh. Reading, huh? Right. So to make good use of time, I went to do some shopping before she got home.
ごめんバニラ。なんだっけ？また旅だっけ？だいたいそんな感じ。
That isn't the right word at all. Chocolate, if you're tired, why don't we rest a bit?
はい、少しだけ。でも大丈夫ですから。心配かけてごめんなさい、ご主人様。
There's no need for you to apologize. She had a troubled smile on her face as she nodded. It was pretty clear why she wasn't in good spirits. That's why there was nothing I could really say to her. Well, there happens to be a bench over there, so why don't we rest a bit?
私、何か飲み物買ってくる。
Ah, thanks. Something for everyone, okay?
了解。任された。
I handed Vanilla some change and offered the bench to Chocolate. The constant sea breeze rustled the trees in the park. All that could be heard throughout the empty park were the quiet sounds of nature. I silently sat down next to the disheartened Chocolate. Like the gently setting sun, time passed by slowly.
ほら、帰ります。
Her voice was so quiet that I wasn't quite sure if I had heard her or not. Even so, she answered clearly. Without saying a word, I responded by gently rubbing Chocolate's head.
何は、ご主人様に電話してもいいですか？
Yeah.
ご主人様のところに遊びに来てもいいですか？
Yeah.
ご主人様は、ショコラたちのことは、ちゃんと毎日思い出してくれますか？ショコラは、離れてても、ご主人様って、呼んでてもいいですか？
Her voice trembled as she frantically wiped away her tears. She stifled her sobbing and her voice became strained. She looked pained as she did her best to hold back her emotions, biting her lips. I held back my irresponsible words that were on the brink of coming out with all my strength. Yeah, of course I will.
主人様、ごめんなさい、主人様。
I was frustrated at myself for saying nothing. I was empty. I could only offer condolences that could not be put into words. I rubbed Chocolate's head as gently as I could.
やっぱりご主人様は優しいですね。
I don't really think I'm kind at all.
ご主人様、前も同じこと言ってましたから。
Before? Chocolate closed her eyes and smiled.
覚えてますか？ショコラとバニラを。ご主人様としぐれちゃんが連れて帰ってくれた時のこと。
Ah, of course. I remember that. It was a cold day half a year ago. Chocolate and Vanilla were huddled together, crying by the side of the road. They were still so young they couldn't even speak yet. It was that day that I embraced their small, cold bodies and took them home with me. There was no way I could simply forget that important day when our family grew. In the beginning, you two really couldn't get used to things at
あ
home.
の時は知らないお家で知らない人と猫ばっかりで怖くて。
You two wouldn't eat at all, which really worried Shiguri.
はい、とっても心配かけちゃいました。
I started to hear a tiny bit of laughter in her voice as we reminisced about the
ショ
past.
コラとバニラが熱を出した時のことも覚え
I definitely do remember that. It was a few days after we brought Chocolate and Vanilla home. Oh, look how cute they look! Holy. Wow. At that point, they'd only occasionally drink some water, and as always, they didn't really touch their food. The combination of malnourishment and cold weather had really begun to weaken their bodies. They both developed high fevers and were in pain.
あの時は夜中で誰にも気づいてもらえなくて、とにかく苦しくて辛くて寂しくて、声も出せなくて、手も足も全然動かなくて。 助けてって思いながらただただ泣いてたんです。そしたら
It's alright. I'm with you too, so don't worry.
ご主人様が大きくてあったかい手で撫でてくれたんですよね。ずっとそばで大丈夫大丈夫って言い続けてくれて、ショコラとバニラのこと撫で続けてくれてました。朝になって病院に行くまでずっとそばにいてくれて、不安で心細かったのが全部嘘だったみたいに。あの時も同じこと言ってました。俺は別に優しくなんかないって。でもショコラたちはご主人様が助けてくれなかったらここにいなかったです。あの時ご主人様がそばにいてくれなかったら誰も信じられないままでした。ご主人様のおかげでご飯も食べれるようになりました。しぐれちゃんともみんなとも仲良くなれました。だからあの時からショコラのご主人様はご主人様になったんです。ショコラはそれからずっと優しいご主人様のことが大好きなんですよ。
I wish that her tear-filled eyes would not spill over. Those tears were filled with anxiety, sadness, and happiness. She smiled all that she could before me.
だからショコラはご主人様がいなくなっちゃうって聞いて、いても立ってもいられなくて、どうしても一緒に行きたくて、しぐれちゃんにお願いをしたんです。
She said that with the faintest of smiles, one that seemed as if would disappear at any moment. Those words were so gentle and warm, but there was also an undeniable sadness and emptiness mixed in with them. Chocolat. I was the one she was saying all this to. Even so, the only thing I could say back to her was her name.
お金のこととか難しいことはやっぱり猫にはわからないです。でもやっぱりショコラはご主人様のそばにいたいんです。ご主人様が辛くて大変そうなのなんとなくわかります。本当になんとなくですけど、お掃除でもお洗濯でもお料理でもショコラがお手伝いできることは何でもしますから。今すぐにはできなくても絶対にちゃんとできるようになりますから。だからもう一度だけお願いしちゃダメでしょうか。ショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。
Chocolat voiced her feelings clearly once again, and barely kept her tears from overflowing. Chocolat, if you could be with me. I was engulfed by my inner thoughts, which were ready to overflow. She yearned for me so earnestly, for her to so innocently believe in me. There should be no reason for me to be against it. That day, chocolate and vanilla became an important part of my family. As long as they were with me, the days would be bright and enjoyable. I was simply selfish for just leaving home like that. I didn't want to get my dear family wrapped up in my selfishness, or have them experience any unnecessary hardship because of me. You two are important to me after all.
私たちは猫だから自分に素直なだけ。
My inner conflict was disrupted by Vanilla. Vanilla had returned at some point, and she looked straight at me as she sat at Chocolate's side.
私なら楽しいことならショコラと一緒がいい。たとえ辛いことでもショコラと一緒にいたいと思う。だって一緒にいれないことの方が寂しくて辛いから。
Vanilla.
本当に好きなら迷惑かけたって一緒にいたい。それでも一緒にいたいものだと思う。私たちが幸せかどうかなんていく くらご主人でも決めつけるのは違うと思うよ。それに大事な人が大変ならなおさらそばにいたい。何ができるかはわからないけど、でも辛い時にそばで励ますことくらいできるよ。
It was as if her gentle, warm, and soft smile had become the setting sun. These uncharacteristic words from Vanilla deeply penetrated and seeped into my
だ
heart.
からきっとしぐれも私たちがご主人のところについていくのを許してくれた。しぐれはご主人と一緒に行くことはできないから代わりにお願いって。だからご主人が本当にショコラのことを思うなら。
There was not even the faintest bit of hesitation. They were such honest and absolutely straightforward words. Who am I to dictate chocolate and vanilla's happiness? Only those words continued to strongly resonate in my mind, which was otherwise empty.
たとえ何不自由のない暮らしでもご主人様がいないのは嫌なんです。いくら大変でもショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。だからお願いします。ご主人様のそばにいさせてください。ここがショコラがいたい場所なんです。
She was on the verge of tears. Chocolate's face lit up. They were nothing but absolutely pure, genuine words. Humans really are at a loss for words when it comes to cowgirls, huh? Saying no to their words was not something I could bring myself to do.
ご主人様、それって。
It won't be like it was back at home. You can't just live here however you like. Got it?
はい、大丈夫です。ご主人様がいるだけでショコラは幸せですから。やれやれ、ついにご主人陥落。いやよいやよも好きのうち。ね。
The jury moment seemed to be blown away by her dazzling smile. Despite all this talk about family, perhaps I was the one that didn't really believe in it. Thinking about all this from their perspective, it was very simple. Although I thought it was all still so immature. Perhaps cat girls were more human than humans were when it came to honesty. From here on out, we need to do our best all together.
毎晩大トロじゃなくて大丈夫です。たまにでいいです。お肉もA4でいい。松阪牛なら脂身最高。
Is that all you guys have been eating at home? Even if the road ahead of us is uncertain, I lovingly rubbed their heads, disheveling their hair. I was wondering what that word was for a second. Alright, why don't we head back to the shopping district then?
なんでですか？お買い物はもう終わったんですよね。
We have to go buy the shampoo you guys like, don't we?
おー、ご主人かっこいい。ついでに松阪牛も買おう。
It's alright, let's not get too carried away. Well, today is a celebration, so why not?
やったー！お祝いパーティーですね。ご主人太っ腹。さすがは私たちのご主人。
Just this once, okay? This was the beginning to a bright new life, and together with the happy and high-spirited chocolate and vanilla, we took the first steps towards it. We took the plunge into a bright new future. Oh, hold on, we got an opening. I gotta say, this opening is really well done. Alright,
ご主人様
we're gonna save it right there. Yes. Okay, we're on chapter 2. Alright, so it is 11 o'clock. That opening was a good place to stop. So I'm going to continue this next week on Monday after class, or maybe I'll do an early stream since I don't have to wake up at 3:30 for a 4 o'clock class, since now I know that it's like 7 o'clock to like 8 something. So now that I've got that situated, I believe Mondays are gonna end up being my streaming days. So with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys... Oh, hold on. Config, I guess. So if I go to the title, yeah, okay. So do that.
ボリューム1
Config.
ソレイユ開店しました
Ah! So Window. Alright, so with that being said, guys, I'm out of here. Let me know what you guys thought of this walkthrough in the comment section on Twitch and on YouTube and all that stuff, because I'm going to be publishing that on both places. We're going to continue this next week on Monday. The time, we'll figure that out, but other than that, guys, rock out and scream, cuckoo, bye-bye.